Humans are thinking creatures. Whether we're learning, traveling, picking a movie to watch, or debating with someone, and even in every second of our day, our brains are like factories that never stop working. But here's the part that nobody talks about. Our thoughts are never truly ours. There is a mysterious foreign system secretly controlling how we think. They can make us feel sad, happy, angry, disappointed, heck, even crave specific foods. So the big question is, how is that even possible? Who are these unseen forces messing with our minds? Deep inside our bellies, in the warm and stable environment of our gut, an entire civilization of microbes thrives. These guys are the foreign system, secretly pulling the strings on our thoughts. But before we get into the how, we need to get to know the bizarre world inside us. The number of bacteria in our gut is way larger than the entire human population on Earth. Trillions of bacteria packed into every milliliter of intestine. And interestingly, these bacteria form 3 mini kingdoms. First, we have the kingdom of good bacteria, the hardworking ones that help keep us healthy. They assist in breaking down tough-to-digest foods and keep our gut in good shape. Then, move a little to the side and we meet the troublemakers, the bad bacteria. These guys are the main suspects when you get an upset stomach. Their whole thing is causing inflammation, damaging the gut lining, producing toxins, and even stealing nutrients meant for our bodies. And over here, we have the third kingdom, the neutral bacteria. They don't really take sides. If the good bacteria are in charge, they behave and help keep the bad bacteria in check. But if they see even the tiniest opening, they might just flip and join the dark side. Alright, so how did these kingdoms form? How did bacteria even end up in our guts? For a long time, scientists thought the gut bacteria kingdom only started after we were born. But recent studies suggest that our gut community may actually begin forming while we're still in the womb. Some bacteria sneak in through the placenta or amniotic fluid, setting the stage for our future gut ecosystem. Then, when we're born, we pass through a bacteria-rich birth canal, collecting even more microbes that help shape our gut's population. But this phase is kinda risky, because the baby's immune system is still a rookie. It's not fully trained to protect the body yet. But that's where breast milk comes in. Yep, breast milk isn't just food. It's packed with good bacteria that teach the baby's immune cells who's a friend and who's a foe. As we grow, more and more bacteria enter our system, expanding their kingdoms inside us. Now, if you're picturing the gut as a peaceful little village in the countryside, think again. These kingdoms are far from peaceful. They're constantly at war, battling for territory and dominance. And without even realizing it, we might actually be helping one side win. This is the war of the gut kingdoms. Okay, the ruling kingdom in our gut depends entirely on us. If we eat healthy food, the good bacteria kingdom grows stronger, and its population flourishes. This kingdom produces substances that bring a ton of benefits to our body. But if we don't eat enough nutritious foods, the good bacteria start starving and weakening. And that's when the bad bacteria kingdom sees its golden opportunity to invade and take over. The gut lining starts breaking down, toxins spread everywhere, and the bad bacteria multiply, filling up the gut. Meanwhile, the neutral bacteria kingdom, they don't really take sides, just like their name suggests. If the good bacteria are in charge, they behave and stay in line. But if the bad bacteria take control, they switch sides and start helping destroy the gut lining too. And so the war rages on. The good bacteria keep fighting back. When things get really heated, our stomach literally feels the battle. until at one point, the brain sends out immune cell troops to intervene. The gut's immune command center mobilizes forces, fights the bad bacteria, supports the good bacteria, and ensures precise attacks. And we can also send reinforcements by eating foods rich in good bacteria, like this one, which repairs damaged gut lining and releases toxins to wipe out the bad bacteria. After an intense battle with many casualties, the war finally reaches a turning point. Seeing the tide shift, the neutral bacteria kingdom once again pledges its loyalty to the good bacteria. And just like that, peace is restored in the gut. And this is where we can clearly see how all of this affects our mind. Scientists have discovered that the good bacteria actually produce hormones that make us happy. In fact, this particular happiness hormone comes from the gut, meaning when they are happy, we are happy. And on the flip side, if we don't have enough good bacteria, our mood can take a hit. Some studies even suggest that the balance of gut bacteria could be linked to mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. But wait, it gets even crazier. Gut bacteria can even manipulate our cravings. Have you ever had a sudden, intense craving for a specific food? That might be them whispering in your brain. See, different bacteria prefer different foods. Like these guys, for example. They love high-fat foods. They send signals to our brain, making us crave what they want to eat. But how exactly do gut bacteria in the brain communicate? Well, inside our gut, there is a hidden nervous system made up of hundreds of millions of nerve cells. It operates independently of the brain. And right in the middle of this nerve network, there's a major nerve that directly connects the gut to the brain. And get this, scientists found that almost all the communication here goes from the gut to the brain, not the other way around. Meaning, it's very possible that all this time, our gut has been the one in charge of our brain. Alright, now we know just how much our gut bacteria impact us. From hijacking our thoughts and decisions, influencing our emotions, to controlling our overall health. But here's something wild. Thousands of years ago in China, people had a bizarre way to treat stomach issues and fever. They would find a healthy person or animal and make the sick person drink their poop water. Yeah, it might sound nasty and totally ridiculous, but it turns out it actually worked. Modern scientists trying to fight gut infections have reached similar conclusions. In simple terms, they process it into a suspension and inject it into the gut. It works because when it comes to gut bacteria, think of it like a voracious ecosystem. The more diverse it is, the better it functions. The human brain is the most complex object in the universe. It holds tens of billions of nerve cells, each capable of sending up to 100 signals per second. But, as it turns out, our brain isn't the only one calling the shots. There's an entire foreign system that's been influencing us since before we were even born. So, does that mean we have no control over ourselves? Actually, we do. In fact, it's the opposite. Understanding the three bacterial kingdoms in our gut gives us a map, one that helps us make smarter choices. It reminds us that we can take the steering wheel of our own minds. At the end of the day, every single bite we take decides the fate of the kingdoms inside us.